Welcome to the Sunset Archon channel, where we aspire to game from night to first light. And today we are playing Genshin Impact version Luna 6. It's not just any stream of Genshin Impact. For the first time in 5 years, we are finally getting a new area to explore in Mondstadt, not counting Dragonspine. So without further ado, let's get started. This one isn't going to be a full-size stream. By full-size, I mean 3 to 5 hours. It's just going to be a short 1-hour stream for us to get a feel for what's in this new area. Then later this week, we are going to be doing that in-depth stream. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. First thing we're going to do is a single 10 pull on the new character, Linnea. Let's see if our luck's any good for the start of this. Alright, that's something. And we can build up to one more wish. So no dice. Ah, yes, and also, just before Luna 6 went live, on what I now call Rye Day, we were able to reach the limit of 9,999 Rye, and then go beyond the limit to 10,013. So now we have 9,999 rye and 9,999 rye flour at the same time. Absolutely wonderful. So, we got the new area right here. Haven't set foot in here. Now, under normal circumstances, you know how I do things with new areas. I go through the road least traveled, and since it is on the very edge of Stormterror's lair, I would typically just climb up this cliff and go in from here. However, since this is the first area we have set foot into that, I figured we should show it that level of respect and actually take the expected path. This path has always been here, but this path is new. So, and also that's new. So let's just take this path. I know there's a ruin guard along this path, so let's say hi to it as well. It's been a while.
Bring it!
Hey you, let's fight. Just like old times.
Look out below!
I gotta say, it must have been years since I fought that ruin guard. Alright.
Hurry up, Grassa!
Uncharted territory now. Oh wow, so much free stuff. Good collection point for sweet flowers. Whoa. Is that Dorman Port? Oh, that cliff doesn't look natural. This is gonna be good.
Gotta steer clear of other people.
The Sunsetia greet me! There's still Sunsetia in this area. There are also a lot of sweet flowers. Blossoms in fragrant bloom. Oh. It's been a long time since I've actually put an archer in my team. I should probably fix that. Okay.
All right, let's move out.
No need to fret. I shall handle this.
Hello, everyone. I'm Durin.
Ready for a rehearsal?
This is just a stopgap team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feels good to do that challenge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, my aim is terrible.
Longer. He's coming. He's on his way.
Ooh! New crystal fly. Why isn't it running? Ether wing moth. Oh, it's a new collectible entirely! And windrest flower.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
We got new items. And now I'll be able to work out how I'm gonna max them out. Or if it's even possible, because it's giving me the same vibe. The windrest flowers are giving me the same vibe as the Chenyu Vale
Wouldn't
tea
gliding be
leaves.
faster?
Something that you can't harvest from other worlds. Because it's an actual collection point, and those are off limits to outsiders. So you can't raid worlds for them, and they can't raid your worlds.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Maybe. Right now we're just exploring. That's... Ooh. Hello, hello, good friend. What you got for me? All right. We have someone else to give us smoked fowl, ham, sugar, jam, bacon, sausage. We got a new meat provider and a sugar provider. Which means we can increase our acquisition rate for jam. And we'll be at 5,000 jam within the next 2 weeks. And at over 9,700 by tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, give or take. And what do we have here? Millhaven's Morning Plate. Restores 85 stamina. The classic Millhaven breakfast. Slices of mincemeat patty are heated through and served alongside fried eggs, sausage, and potatoes. Nutritious and hearty. This meal provides all the energy needed to power through a busy morning.
Feast your eyes.
Now, what is concerning to me is the fact that we didn't get the recipe. It's not waiting to be purchased. Reveal Crimson Trap. To all citizens of Mondstadt who have been blinded by false fairy tales, come to your senses, Mondstadt. There is no time to idle in your warm beds, basking in the protection of the Animo God. I hereby report under my real name, a certain witch, codenamed A, to expose the heinous and hideous reality hidden beneath her beautiful mask. Based on my real personal experience, skipping the 10,000 words of trauma, not only is this witch an overgrown toddler, she is also an intellectual bully and a malicious thrill seeker who takes pleasure in bullying underage individuals. She is an expert at weaponizing her so-called life experience to launch top-down strikes against saplings in her formative years. She has even resorted to the heinous act of abducting a vital soul companion. No, not just an ordinary pet, a truly noble soul. Should any one of you enlightened folks have a lead on said witch's characteristics, exceedingly self-centered, likes to make gifts of bombs, wears giant holy hats, whereabouts, please get in touch ASAP. I will be at my stakeout location nearby. Your compensation? A tiny sliver of truth in this cold, hard world. Signed, the witch hunter on a quest to recover both their dignity and companion. Hey there, kiddo. Please refrain from using black ink like this in public. It looks like you've written a curse. And it's also a real pain to scrub off. Also, if you lost your pet dog, go file a case with Master Gene. Neatly written reply. Crookedly written reply. the person you're describing sounds a bit like Auntie Alice. I think I know who you are. By the way, Miss Sarah from Good Hunter has a message for you. She said to stop camping out at her table all afternoon when you've ordered only one drink. You're really clogging up the line. Since you're planning on taking on that great monstrous overlord, would you like to come over to the Knight's headquarters for a chat with me? I could probably hook you up with a special permit for cavalry combat to support the cause. I'm just gonna tear down this notice. Yeah. Don't want anyone getting hurt. Ooh, what's that? Breaking through the cocoon. In certain areas, you will sometimes encounter these wondrous harpasta imbued with the authority of space. After interacting with them, you can transform briefly into a plume moth. In this form, you can continuously accelerate through the air by holding the sprint and ascend button. When sprinting or increasing altitude, the plume moth's stamina will be consumed continuously. When flying through the wind rings, your flying speed will increase temporarily. When coming into contact with the special bellowing harpastum, you will fly at a fixed distance in a set direction. Okay. Okay, no idea what happened just there. It just straight up disconnected. Just straight up disconnected on me. No drop frames. No downtime on my Wi-Fi. Nothing. Let's see. Everything seems to be normal now. So let's continue carefully. Alright, it just disconnected on me again.
Yeah.
But at least it was briefer. Okay. Looks good at first glance. Yeah. Alright. Try this one more time. Yeah, this looks incredible. The harbor where 1,000 winds converge. The world opens itself before those with noble hearts. Who else could possibly be here? Well, he just got flashbanged. You only remember that you need to find an animal Archon statue. You are Mauki. Wait, what? Oh, nuts. Your efforts have been acknowledged. Colorless wind. Alright. We're almost there. I can pick up none of this.
Huh?
Radish. Radish. Iron Point. What the? This is not a jumping platform, you nut. Yeah, that is not water suitable for diving. You jump from this height, even a professional diver from Fontaine would definitely get injured. Oh, wow. Wait, are you kidding me? You know, I expected a lot of things. A lot of things from Dormanport. I expected new items. I expected new quests like this one right here. Who knows what it is. I expected to walk around here taking out any new enemies I may come across. We might go over here too. But never did I actually expect to come across Timmy's antithesis. I don't even know your name. All I know is that you're the enemy of Timmy and that makes you an ally.
Yours. Here. On me.
Alright.
Try to keep up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Grandmaster scaling the wall and sneaking into the city. Patty, the royal steward. Alright, let's test our luck and see if we can find another shop. Ooh, carrot. Come on. Ah! Oh well. Oh. Ancient Mondstadt Royal Seal. Oh, right. Mondstadt used to be a monarchy, didn't it?
Huh?
Philomena? Let's see. Cabbage. No, radish. 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 Wheat.
On me.
You know, maybe I should start keeping a running tally on how many radishes I spawn and just leave out. Ooh, carrot. Oh, there's a crowd over there? That means a cutscene, and I'm just not trying to get into cutscenes right now. Bingo. Frick. What do you got for me? Oh, yes! Yes, yes, yes. More smoked fowl, more ham, more bacon, more sausage, more sugar and jam. This is beautiful. And also a harbor fish burger. However, once again, no recipe. But I'm glad I found all of this the day before the shop's reset. So I'm definitely coming back here tomorrow to purchase all these ingredients again. Alright.
Huh?
What kind should I pick? What will she like?
Yeah. Yeah. Try to keep up.
Well, I didn't expect to find kids up here. Ghost story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem feasible to try to scale the mountain from over here. Interesting.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
a boat all the way out here. With no one on board.
Something with which to commemorate this occasion.
Wait, that's where it was? The harbor fish recipe was all the way out here. Which means the other recipe is somewhere in another chest. An undisclosed chest. Lovely. I have no idea how I did that. Alright, what's up here? You know what? There's so much to do, I'm actually gonna start using some of my pins.
Here.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
On me. Huh?
The hunter the wrong test subject.
Up the ante! Here.
There are two things you can always count on into that. Treasure hoarders being in every region, and treasure hoarders ragdolling.
Thunder!
Alright, also, now that we're back in Mondstadt, I can start collecting berries regularly again. Alright. What is that? A domain keeper. A shadow construct born from the overflow of the mighty primordial being. It can monitor and counter elemental attacks. In combat, the domain keeper will enter the diluted eye state. While in this state, the domain keeper will track the number of pyro, hydro, electro, and cryo damage instances it takes, respectively. When it takes 3 instances of damage from any of these elements, the domain keeper will exit this state and transform into the corresponding elemental form, applying that element to itself and gaining a resistance increase to the corresponding element, which means working with Swirl is not in my best interest. But we'll see how you survive.
That's gonna leave a scar. Thunder!
Oh, they didn't last long. Empowered by the authority of space. Oh, so we're dealing with space now. Okay.
Got a bit too cocky.
All right.
Transfix.
Now you deal with someone worse. All right. Alright, we haven't come across any of those archery puzzles since then, so I think it's safe to move back to our standard team. Alright. That's one way to hunt boars out of nowhere.
Yeah. Strike him up.
Crabs. Crab. Alright, we just saw a crab come out of the ground. Mark that for crab spawn evaluation. Crab. 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 Axolotl, or Loach Pearl. Okay, nice. Crab. Crab. Elemental Sight still has its uses. Alright, we're good. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be looking at this shore for crabs. what are we dealing with? What are we dealing with down here?
Observe and know my heart.
Watcher, Fallen Vigil. Once a Watcher dwelling in the heavens, it can monitor and encounter elemental attacks. In combat, Watcher, Fallen Vigil will enter the Supreme Overseer state. While in this state, the Watcher will track the number of Pyro, Hydro, Electro, or Cryo instances it takes. Once it takes 3 instances from any of these elements, it will exit the state and record the element as a monitored target. If no element is monitored successfully, the record stays empty. For elements that are already monitored, the more instances of that elemental damage must be dealt before it can be monitored again. After completing 2 instances of elemental monitoring, the Watcher Fallen Vigil will prepare to unleash the phenomenon Delirium, releasing the previously monitored elements and summoning 2 corresponding active elemental stars. If the element record is empty, it will instead summon inert elemental stars, which are difficult to destroy. Break all elemental stars to interrupt the preparation of Phenomena's Delirium. I did not understand a lick of that, but Hyperbloom obliterates all, so let's just work with it.
Bring it!
Recorded. Each deed will be judged. Concluded.
Again, Hyperbloom obliterates all. I stand by that statement.
Observe and know my heart.
Look out below! Yeah! This is infuriating! Yeah! 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 Here are we coming!
Concluded.
Alright. So at least we now know that this does not pose a threat to us. Okay. So we got that one, that one, that one. Just gotta get that one and these 2 over here. All this is just preliminary recon.
Hurry up, Brassa!
What is so dangerous over here that the Knights of Avonius need guns now? I haven't even seen a Fatui soldier down here. Oh, Lowen. We still haven't encountered Cardinal Seamus.
Please supply full details of any requests you may have.
What did he just give us? Alright. I guess we'll deliver that last. The northerly wind's soft hymn. Wow, the wind is strong here if it's bending the trees.
Everyone hold in! Bring it! Headbutt! Boost! Yeah!
Well, that escalated quickly upon touchdown. Who's this guy? Wait, crystal flies? Yep. Genuine crystal flies. And that one's gonna get away. Back house. A scholar of hilichurls? Your teacher is Livingstone. The same Livingstone that has me carrying parcels for her back and forth. Wow. Are they actually farming? Yeah. Oh, so much for that. I tried to be peaceful. I wasn't disturbing them.
So shiny!
Oh, valberries, nice. I can still collect these. Now I can have a higher yield every 3 days.
Bring it.
grow out of the ground?
Wait. Why does that one look familiar?
This place could shower me with
Churldrick?
headbutt! Yeah! It's justice o'clock! Boot! Yeah! 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 Charge! Yeah! The Temple of Wisdom! Time to shine! Bring it! Hit! Boot! Yeah! Charge! Yeah! 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 It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Kapow! Yeah! It's... Raw!
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Strike a pop! Share my knowledge! You ought to stand down! Hero incoming!
Bring it!
Victory. Alright, so we are coming up to that hour marker I mentioned when we first started. So that next Sealy Garden over there will mark the last one. Because then we'll have activated all the teleport waypoint points currently available.
Commit it to memory! Shower me with praise!
Alright, guess we're
Everyone
raiding.
clap hands.
Is no one actually going to put up a fight? Am I just going to be able to walk into their base? Just like this? I'm not freeing you.
I've seen stars.
Alright, let's fight.
Yeah! Charge! Yeah! Boot! Are these edible?
Bring it!
Yeah! Yeah! Hero incoming!
Yeah, I'm still not freeing you.
Are these edible?
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna free him. Because I know full well that once I free them, they're gonna attack me. You know, I'm pretty sure this has been flooded for a long time. And it makes me wonder, how is that ruin guard still functioning? Because let's face it, as soon as I get close to it, you know it's going to activate. Even if those sealed treasure chests weren't an indication of that. Let's get this over with.
I see everything. Strike a pop. Headbutt. Yeah! Charge. Yeah! Yeah!
Old school ascension. Alright, something from that just turned the Marissa into a bobblehead for a split second. Alright.
Did that grow out of the ground?
Oh! We got one of the royal seals. You know what would be awesome? If we ever do get a flight-like ability like that, that also allows us to take out flying birds. I'm sorry, you just weren't fast enough. That would be very interesting.
What?
I say that, but we already have enough ways to collect fowl. Some crueler than they should be. Wait. Is that a wolf? Yep, that's a wolf. I got no beef with the wolves. Oh. I did not see this coming. Two lava churls on opposite sides of this island. And they're not at each other's throats.
Everyone hold hands. Headbutt. Are these edible?
Alright, Windcrest is currently at 46% already. I'd say that's excellent progress. And we've collected, I think, maybe 12 Valberries here. And I'm already seeing 8 more, so we're gonna get 20. This brings me back to days of 1.0 to 1.5 maybe, when item collection, pressing the square button on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 for that matter, was nowhere near this fast.
Strike a pop.
You know, it scenes like this that make you genuinely question the sentience of ruin guards in that final moment before they shut down. And then you realize they're still active and want to kill you. Then those thoughts just go to the farthest reaches of your mind, never to be seen again.
Heads up! Yeah!
And we've been in such a cycle for years now.
Time to roll! Huh. Yeah!
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Charge! Volcano Kablam! Yeah! Yeah! Hey!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Did that grow out of the ground?
Now, I definitely feel like there's still more to Mondstadt. Just from the way that they carved out Windcrest. Or Windrest. Yeah, it's Windrest. So, what's... Crab. Even out of the corner of my eye, I see a crab, it's mine. Anyway, moving on. So, that is a peak of Windrest. But there is nothing else apart from that I can see. I would actually need to go all the way back up there to see what's on the other side. However, we do see that there is an island to speak of there. Some kind of landmass, but it's in the area where we can't get. Which gives the indication that they do have some plans for it. I've always assumed that that is the remainder of the area where the Stormbearer Mountains were before it got leveled flat. I feel like the Stormbearer Mountains extend from here all the way through here. At least that's what I assume to be. But at the very least, with Windrest here, I feel like we are very, very close to seeing what lies in this region. But that's all the time we have for today. We've managed to unlock all visible teleport waypoints, the one statue of the 7. And yeah, definitely feel like we might come across the Stormbearer Mountain soon. But but before that happens, or when that happens, we'll have to resolve the issues with the defiled statue. If you have played that part, you'll remember that there's this one domain where you're hunting down the Abyss Order, and it has an inverted statue of the 7. And that was originally uprooted from the Stormbearer Mountains. Yeah, so that is something to look forward to. It feels like a lot of the older setup in terms of lore from when the game first started is finally coming to fruition. But this is a conversation for another time. Thank you so much to everyone who came to watch this stream today, and those who come to watch the playback later. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified of the next Genshin Impact stream, where we actually get more in depth into the exploration of Windrest. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.